let's talk about your 4 pillars for a second. When I was reading that description, to me, what came immediately to mind was a young child. That kind of the epitome of mindfulness, someone who has wisdom of a sort, who has wonder for sure, who's very giving, because we now have a lot of research that shows that children are naturally very altruistic. It seems like a child is kind of the most mindful person you can have, and you even quote the child as father to the man. You quote that poem in your book. So I was wondering if you if you agree with that, if you think that we should be looking more to kind of prolong our childhood in a certain sense.
I love the idea of prolonging our childhood while making it conscious. You see, that's the difference.
Right.
It's the fact that it's like returning to the Garden of Eden, but with consciousness. It's a T.S. Eliot poem about, returning home, but seeing it for the first time. One of the things that I often use as a sort of example of how I want to react to life, and that has to do with children, is the way children get angry, upset, they cry, they throw a temper tantrum, and then 2 minutes later it's gone. And it's like a different human being. And I think if we can be like that, it would be just an amazing way to experience life, instead of holding onto resentments and angers and judgments for years and affecting our whole experience of life.
Do you think we need to go to that extreme in order to be able to appreciate mindfulness and incorporate it? We need to kind of experience the, not necessarily burnout as severe as you did, but all of the negative things first, or is it possible to just sail on through?
Oh, I think absolutely we can incorporate mindfulness from a very early age, and now increasingly we see people, young children being taught to meditate in order to have, it's like a tool that they can use at any point in their lives. My 2 daughters meditate, and they encourage each other, they text each other when one is about to meditate to encourage the other to remember to do her meditation. So they're using it as a tool, because even the most blessed life is going to include problems, challenges, tragedies often. So if we have a tool that allows us to return to that centered place we all have, every religion mentions it, every philosopher, Archimedes called it, give me a place to stand and I can move the world. So that place on which we can stand and deal with whatever life brings us, to me is just an incredible adventure to learn to go back to that place and return to it again and again until we can have easier access to it.